to the lovers of this world. We'll play a game and make rules along the way so that nothing holds in their space for actions to fall out, like seashells on a wind chime, dancing to the sea breeze, clinking when it's time to go back to their dancing. The only rule will be to maintain the illusion of our magic circle. But since rules can be broken, you could be a spoil sport and spoil the game and leave. But you can't be a cheater pretending to play fairly till the end. You can be a cheater too, but only if you know what follows. A total collapse of everything built before, and the real life will start again. But remember, if you follow suit, you're one of the lucky ones, because universe doesn't just break loose to anyone. That was me and my metaphors. I say everything I want to with a nonchalance that I would like you to think is real. I know how to twist words, but I have no control over how my emotions flow through. They're like a ribbon roll, falling off a mountain, swaying with all their depths and falling with all their might. Am I a shameless poet? Is there no fear of leakage down my words and my guts? There is. And so, I speak through windows before I arrive at the door, dabble by the shore a little too much before swimming in the sea. I say all sorts of things to you in my patient frustration for my lack of early arrival, things I read in a book and watch in a movie. And I'm not going to simplify it. It's really hard to be honest to yourself. When love in our hearts sounds complicated, we simplify it. When it sounds simple, we glorify it. Like the doings of our heart that keep trying to draw buckets of water from a river, trying to stagnate something that's only meant to flow. I'm trying to tell her that a bucket of water drawn from a river is not the river, but simply water from the river. And it'll never be the river again unless I walk to the shore and pour it back in. To define is to isolate. To separate a complex of forms from the stream of life is to stagnate like words. I'm almost tempted to simplify and glorify how easy it is to feel love, grief, loneliness, joy, and sing odes to them in a poem. But my love for language has always only failed me, and I walk around the world with either a magnifying glass or a telescope, trying to find stories to furnish my life with. I often forget that words only symbolize what's real and aren't real in themselves. Because real is only how we feel, and how we feel is like a melody. It only sounds sweet until it flows. Try holding a note for more than it's supposed to be held, and the whole harmony comes apart. Consciousness seems to be nature's most ingenious tool of torture, and it is so often, almost always, actually always, fueled by this insomniac nostalgia for what went by and a scattering longing for what is to come. And in the middle of all this dance, my now goes missing. My now, the simplest of them all, that breathes in all its colors and dreams that remain untainted by the crushing boots of rationality. And then there is grief. Because leave love, we didn't even leave grief alone. Our soft lives, soft skin, soft eyes, and softer heart look at grief with respect only if it can teach us something, make us harder, some would say. And I don't really know what that means. Grief is not a pottery firing furnace. You can't keep a soft shape inside of it and expect it to come out harder. I don't want a fierce fire inside of me. All I ever wanted was a caressing wind that would caress my misery like sea breeze to the wind chimes. All I'm trying to say and find out is that why is there a grumpy guard of rationality guarding my main door? Who appointed her? Every time I try to run outside and catch a butterfly that's taking my heart away with it, it shouts, "You're getting late for office!" And I walk back right in, lace in my leather boots, and book a cab to wherever is office. My words always only fail me, but all I mean is that when a flower is available cut in pieces for 10 rupees next door, it isn't very often that we walk to a forest. And don't confuse the world with my words. Because if I was not born with words, then I cannot define the hectic rush that runs along my skin every time I think of the eternal rush of my spinning universe. You can't fix a flux, but only run in a jungle or laugh in a stream if you want to touch and feel the nature of our being, breathing far, far away in suburban lands, away from the cab-driven fucks of our cities. I have to drop all thoughts along with socks before I jump in the sea and swim with myself. You have to drop all words that define me and you, and also leave your bags you carry around concrete crossroads. We could be paper dolls holding hands, melting under rains, and be dismayed by the discord of our minds and this universe, and then disappear under a puddle of leftover rain, and kids will swim their paper boats on us. What happens when the universe inside our minds collides with the one above? I don't know, but I think it might snow. Thank you.